Okay, cool. We are live. Brilliant. Okay, so welcome back to another stream. Today we're going to be launching the Eve probe from that we built in the last episode. And then if I have time, because I will have to stop streaming in like an hour and a quarter, I guess. So, if I can get the Eve probe done quickly, then I guess we can continue the Mon mission from a couple streams ago. So yeah. Alright, let me just paste this into my Discord server. There we go. Okay. And by the way, I know I've said this every stream, but if you're not in the Discord, then you should totally join. But anyway, welcome everyone to the chat. And I guess let's get going. So, okay, let's go into the VAB. And I'm just going to double check that my probe is all looking good. Which I'm sure it is, but yeah, okay. Okay, it seems like because before when I was pasting it into Discord, it was not showing the right title, but now it looks fine. So, yeah, okay. Alright, so, let's load EveSat. Yeah, here it is. Okay. Now, it's critical that this mission actually works because, if this fails, then we have basically gone bankrupt. So, no pressure, but this is kind of got to work. But anyway, here is our Enceladus fully stacked. We have the payload of EveSat and a little EveLander inside. I need to move my mic closer to my mouth. There we go, that's probably better. Okay, so here we go. It's hard to see, but here's EveSat. Looking very, very nice. If you haven't seen me build this and you want to see like the full hour-long process of me designing this whole thing, then there is the like the stream is on my channel if you want to go and watch that back. But here we go. This is what we're going to be launching, and I'm just going to double check the staging. I mean, I think up to the point it gets to orbit, all the staging is fine. After that, I can, we get there when we get there. But this is all looking good. Okay, so we have first stage, clamps, decoupler. Second stage, fairing. Another fairing. Okay. And this thing is going to have enough delta V to do what we need. So, I mean, I guess let's just go ahead and launch this. And, yeah. this kind of have to work. Okay, I'm also going to try... I don't know if this is going to work. But, okay, I'm going to try recording while streaming. And it might completely use up all of my CPU, but... we'll just see how it goes, I guess. Okay, so yeah, if I have enough time, then I'm gonna continue working on that Mon mission. So far we've got a rover in orbit of the Mon, and we just need to land it in our desired landing site, and then yeah, and then after that we'll send the crew, and it will all be great. And I've just realized that I don't have a BonVoyage controller on my rover, so I won't be able to have it automatically drive around, which is a shame because that's a useful, I guess, functionality to have. Alright. Okay, start recording. So hopefully this doesn't completely kill my FPS. And okay, it's already... This is bad. Okay. Yeah, we're not going to do that. So if I want to include this in a video, I'm just going to have to take the VOD off of YouTube, which is not ideal, but oh well. Okay, so let's make sure that I have all of that set up. And I guess let's just go ahead and launch this. Alright. I'm slightly worried about the aerodynamics. Aerospace is telling me that it should be stable, but I don't know if I want to believe that. But I guess there's only one way to find out. And I mean, yeah, if we go into the map screen, we should see that. Look at that, the planets are all aligned. If you look at Kerbin and Eve, we're at that nice 50 or so degree angle, which, yeah, that's the transfer window we're looking for. So, welcome to the stream, Daniel Rhodes. Alright, great to see you here. And, yeah, in case you missed it, yeah, we're going to be launching this EveSat. And get it on its way to Eve. So, I've done enough rambling. Let's just go ahead and fire up that first stage. Launch clamps, and we're off. Alright. Okay, let's go ahead and do our roll program. Man, it turns slow. It's probably not actually turning as slowly as it looks. It's just, we are yellow clocking really hard here. So everything's in slow motion, I guess. Okay, so Enceladus has a pretty, I mean, it has a pretty high TWR, you know, compared to some of the other rockets I've launched. I mean, basically nowadays I'm only using the rockets. Like, this is definitely my workhorse out of the rockets that I have. But let's start doing our pitch over maneuver. Ooh, this thing might not be very stable. I'm gonna have to be very, very careful pitching this thing over. I'm just looking at this pitch indicator here, and as you can see, it's, you know, just by moving it like that, it goes quite far up. And if it reaches the top, that means it's, you know, it won't be able to have any more control authority. And that's when we start flipping out, which is really, really bad. So I'm just going to have to do this slowly. No aggressive maneuvers. It's really having to work here. I'm going to start throttling down as we start to approach the sound barrier. And we can continue to pitch over here. Okay. Hopefully we don't have any problems with the interstage, because that is a problem that has always haunted Enceladus. Okay, this is looking pretty good, this flight profile. The rocket is really finely tuned. It's pretty impressive. Thank you. I don't know if you're talking about my flight, because if you are, then that I'm just using MechJeb, which, yeah, it lets you be very, very accurate, which is always great. I'm not doing all of these controls manually. You basically just go to your smart ASS and you can put in, you know, like actual numbers for your pitch roll and your. And I would recommend it. I mean, some people consider it kind of cheaty, but in a way, it just lets you be far more accurate than like anything, any manual inputs, you know. And man, I just love this real plume sound effects. Sounds absolutely brilliant. And yeah, the G-loads are pretty high on this rocket as we approach burnout on this first stage. Might actually get up to 4 Gs, which is quite a lot, but luckily I don't think we're going to have any problems with G-forces, so yeah. I mean, one problem with high G-forces, it means it's a little bit, you know, your apoapsis gets up quite far while you're still in, you know, the lower parts of the atmosphere. Our apoapsis is getting really far up. And, oh no. Okay, we're gonna flip out here. Yeah. Okay, whatever. More referring to the vehicle itself, you've got a pretty good grip on the Delta V requirements. I mean, yeah, I've flown this rocket a lot of times in this series, so yeah, you really do get to know the rocket quite well. I mean, I say that this thing flips out, and I mean, we'll see if there's a problem with the interstage. There might be, there might not. Welcome, Yagoda Mag. I remembered how to pronounce your name. Oh yeah, welcome to the stream. I'm just wondering, I should probably separate the stages once it's pointing forwards again. Because obviously if we have a lighter stage, that means more control authority, which is always great. I'm sure like NASA would approve of this kind of spinning. Alright. Please don't clip inside the interstage. There we go. Clean separation finally. We love to see it. Actually, you can see how much drag that lower stage has. You can already see it getting pulled away from us, even though we're so low in the atmosphere. I was landing on the Mun before I saw the stream. Were you the one that said you got to the Mun for the first time? If so, you know, great to see you're doing it again. And talking of the Mun, you know, if we have enough time in the stream, you know, we might see a Mun landing the stream. Who knows? Okay. So our periaps is a little bit lower than I would have liked. In fact, what I'm gonna do is just fire up this engine again. Deploy that fairing. Big frame drops, but there we go. And I'm gonna pitch this thing down actually. I didn't mean to target that. Okay. Because we don't really want our apparatus going any higher. Actually, this thing has very good TWR, so yeah. I don't need to pitch it down this far. At that point, it's just kind of inefficient. There we go, space music. That, of course, means we are past 70 kilometers. Flip and burn maneuver intensifies, yep. Okay. Honestly, I think one way I could have made this flight a bit better would actually be to keep that first stage throttled down after I break that 12.5 kilometer mark. Just because it's a high TWR, and that often means that we end up on quite a vertical trajectory, which is not very efficient. So that's probably something I should, that's a habit I should get into, keeping that engine throttled down. A high TWR isn't always what you want. Okay. I'm gonna throttle this down a little bit. Get this pointed horizontal. I'm just gonna try and keep that time to apoapsis as close to 0 as possible. Throttle down, get ready to cut off our engine. Okay, there we go. Alright, stable orbit has been achieved with 1.8 or 1.9 even kilometers per second of delta V. Okay. Yeah, we can easily get to Eve with that much delta V. So, I'm going to go ahead and target Eve. And let's start plotting our maneuver. Hopefully this is actually a good transfer window in terms of, things like inclination. And, yeah, my map screen is really, really cluttered. I'm just going to turn all of this stuff off. Yeah, there we go. So let's see. Let's go ahead and add a maneuver. That's probably too far forward, but that's fine. Am I playing with engine failures enabled? Yes, I am. But I feel like I'm not getting as many failures as I should be. Carbonism has been very, very kind to us this series. I mean, it is enabled. Like, definitely. And okay, so the Mun is probably going to get in the way here. It's fine. I can just, add a few extra orbits to our maneuver node. And then the Mun will have moved out of the way. I mean, unless I do that, that's probably fine. Okay. The descending node is in a fairly, decent position, I would say. Okay. So I'm just gonna have my periapsis slightly inside Eve's orbit, like so. And then I'm just gonna create a maneuver and see if I can, get close. We need to burn normal and no close approach indicators. I guess my periapsis is actually too far inside Eve's orbit. So let's go ahead and add a bit of, a bit less prograde. And to be honest, it's just when it comes to Eve, because the inclination is actually pretty high, it's basically just trial and error. Trying to get your encounter. Okay, we're seeing some encounter nodes. Okay, so I'm gonna just play around with this first node. See how close we can get. Alright, there we go. There is the encounter we're looking for. Okay, I guess that's about as close as I can get it. So now we're gonna focus in on Eve. Looking very, very nice with Spectra, except for that slightly buggy day-night terminator. Hasn't quite decided where it's meant to be. But I guess that's kind of nitpicking. Like, who really cares? Okay, so let's see. This is the one we're focused on. Okay. So I'm basically just gonna, let's see. I want this to be a polar encounter. Because we want a polar orbit, because we do have biome-specific experiments and also ScanSat instruments. Okay, I'm just gonna use precise node for this. Okay, so we can get a nice direct encounter. And let's just see how polar we can get this. This is a very sensitive maneuver, actually. I can always include a bit of prograde and retrograde in my mid-course correction burn. But I guess that's good enough. Let's let's go ahead and execute this burn. And what I will do is extend my solar panel. And it's always nice to have your Kerbalism window up. So you can monitor all of your stuff, I guess. Alright, let's go ahead and do this maneuver then. So, yeah, here we go. Here is our Enceladus upper stage plus our EveSat inside this fairing. We have our lander, if I can focus in on it there. So yeah, this is what we're working with. This is, as you can see, this was very expensive. We have not even 10,000 funds remaining. So yeah, this kind of has to work. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and warp to our maneuver node. Which version of KSP are you running? Trying to play along with your save. I'm on 1.10.1. I could probably go to 1.11, and that's probably something I will do at some point. It's just, mod compatibility. But you can actually just force, even if on CCAN it doesn't say that they're compatible, you can kind of just force them to run. And as for playing along with my save, I guess that's a pretty cool idea. But anyway, we're coming up to our maneuver node here. Yeah, it's not worth starting this experiment here. They just take way too long to complete. Okay, I'm gonna try my best not to overshoot my time warp. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Okay. Alright, so we're on our way. out of Kerbin's sphere of influence. Well, we're doing our burn for now. And man, Kerbin's looking great with Spectra installed. And you also got to give credit to the ultra terrain textures. They just look brilliant. Okay, let's get a no UI shot. There we go. That is looking very nice. And let me get some screenshots. Right, it will look cooler if I deploy the scanner. Get a grasp for how this thing's going to be looking. Alright, so we're going to have to think about, you know, cutting off our engine soon. Let's see. I'm just going to... Yeah, okay. Let's throttle down. And just make sure we get this nice and finely tuned. Okay, I'm happy with that. So we are going to have to adjust our mid-course correction, but that's absolutely fine. And actually, you can kind of notice that you're going, you know, 1.5 times faster than you were before. So not always something you can notice, but I don't know, yeah. FAR has compatibility issues with 1.11.1 when I checked last night, which was unfortunate. Are you just looking at the CCAN? Like, if it's compatible on CCAN, or, you know, is it actually, like, really buggy? Because, yeah, I'm sure that some mods would just be completely buggy on new versions, but, you know, a lot of the mods I'm running on CCAN, it says they're not compatible, but I can just I can force them to run and they work fine. Like, the only mod I've had problems with was research bodies, and now it's kind of working again, I think. And I haven't, like, done anything really. Oh, you loaded it up. Okay. Well, considering I am playing with Aerospace, yeah, and I kind of do want it installed. I guess when that gets fixed, you know, I will definitely consider moving over to 1.11. So yeah. So we're gonna want our periapsis, I guess like 110 kilometers. We're gonna want it fairly low. So let's see what we can do. I don't know why it does that. Like, it just randomly resets your target. But yeah, it's gonna be very difficult to fine tune this maneuver with no RCS. Because we're using an MVAC engine, which has a very high TWR. But I guess I mean, we have thrust limiters. In real life, that would be very unrealistic. But this is not real life. This is KSP. So yeah, okay. I guess that's the launch done. Nothing went wrong, so brilliant, I guess. I'm gonna go ahead and add an alarm for this, and I mean, as you can see, we do have a dual transfer window, just after this maneuver node, and we might actually have to skip that transfer window because, I mean, at the moment, I don't really have any way of making money. Like, all of these contracts, you know, I can't really do these unless I just get this to Eve. I can't afford another rocket launch. So I might just have to go ahead and finish this mission now. Or at least, like, get it to Eve. So yeah, we might have to forget about this transfer window and just go for the next one. Which is very unfortunate. I did want to go to dual, but look, we literally have... How much? 10,000 funds. We can't build another rocket, so yeah. I guess we'll forget about that. Something I was gonna do this stream, which I might still have time to do. But where is it? Manned maneuver. Well, it's in shadow, but yeah. Okay, I'm pretty sure that thing can survive. Can I do aircraft missions at Kerbin? I could. But, I mean, they're not, like, super profitable, and they're also really boring, so I don't really want to be honest. So yeah, I guess we're just gonna get this thing to Eve. So say goodbye to Kerbin, I guess. This is always a really satisfying shot. Yeah, I mean, aircraft missions, they can be profitable, for sure. And, like, you can make money off of them. But do I want to do them? I mean, they're time-consuming, and, yeah. Alright, let's get out of here. Almost got a Mon encounter there. Oh, there's Minmus. And any second now. There we go. Okay, so I guess we just have to time warp to our maneuver node. In case there's like some weird bug and my orbit changes, because that happens sometimes, I'm just going to quick save. I won't quick load if... So basically, I have quick loading and reverting off, but I will turn them on temporarily if something goes wrong that isn't my fault. If it is my fault, I'm just going to have to live with it, you know. To be honest, going to Eve after like going to Duna is a bit of a relief because Eve missions are... Well, Eve's a lot quicker to get to, for sure, compared to Duna. Like, yeah, just 100 days to our first maneuver node. Just 100 days. And, yeah, okay. I'm just gonna double check this, make sure my orb hasn't changed. Hasn't? Great. Alright, let's lock onto the maneuver node. I'd keep quick loading on, to be honest, especially with Kraken shenanigans. I mean, you can quick save even when quick loading's off, and you know, I guess to be honest, when you have it off in the difficult settings, it kind of stops you. I mean, not entirely, but it kind of can help to stop you from using it in situations where you should just live with your mistakes, you know. Okay, I don't want the burn to be super long. Let's put the thrust limiter on to like 50 for now, and then I can turn it down when I want to fine tune this. Alright, otherwise things still spinning. Okay. Let's fire up our engine, because timing does not matter when you're in interplanetary space like this. And apparently I'm not already on an Eve encounter. But I should be in just a moment. Any second now, we should see our periapsis appear. There it is. Okay. Let's throttle down our engines. Okay, we will need to put a thrust limiter on this. This is going really fast. Put that down as much as possible, and then thrust limiter. I'm just going to put this all the way down. Well, that's far down enough. Okay. So, if only real life engines could do this, you know. I mean, I'm pretty sure that, you know, this is the MVAC engine. I don't think it's the same model that's what flies on, like, current Falcon 9s, but, they actually have to throttle down quite far. Like, because actually, I believe that the MVAC is actually too powerful, for the Falcon 9. or at least when it has a lighter payload. So it's actually not running at full throttle. You know, when you watch it. Like obviously, Falcon Heavy has heavier payloads, so I guess it's kind of more suitable for that. I mean, okay, don't like necessarily trust me on this because I could be wrong about a lot of things. But I'm pretty sure that MVAC doesn't usually fire at full throttle. So there we go. That's our Eve encounter setup. It's pretty much polar. That's close enough, I'd say. All right. So now we just need to set up a maneuver at periapsis. And okay, so it's too much delta V for this stage, but that's fine because we have a lot of delta V on the satellite. So yeah. In fact, I should check what kind of orbit I want to get into. Ooh, in fact, I believe. Okay, no, can't do this. Okay, you can't do that in the sun. Okay, so. Okay, I want to see what altitudes these things work at. So 250, and 70. And oh yeah, there's also a multispectral scanner somewhere. 70. Okay, so I mean, I guess we can go for something like 150. I'm sure that could work pretty well. Okay, so okay, I guess let's just get to Eve. And quick save just in case the Kraken gets us. Let's see, where is our craft? There it is. Okay. I just want to make sure this thing's okay because we're going to have to come back to this at some point. Yeah, I mean, that'll be fine for quite a while. By the way, F in the chat for DunaSat probe, the thing that's landed on Duna. I mean, it's been out of power for a long time now. And there's no way we can revive it. I love how they modeled the exhaust of the Merlin engines to glow green at low throttle to simulate the look of TTEB ignition fluid SpaceX uses. Yup, that's definitely what it is. Not to be confused with the bad green glow in you hopefully won't see in Raptor engines, which is I guess copper burning, copper from the engines. But yeah, that's the for anyone who is not familiar with this, that's the green flash that you'll see, when any sort of Merlin engine ignites. I just landed on Elu. Damn, that's actually that's pretty good, I'm pretty good. That is impressive. In fact, I don't think I've actually ever done a manned Elu mission. Which honestly I should at some point. Nor have I done a manned Moho mission. I've done Eves. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna have to think about releasing our lander at some point. And now we're gonna have the same problem that we had previously. In our Duna mission, which is basically okay, it's doing the lander ones, I guess. So yeah, we're gonna have ooh, I don't have a Geiger counter on the lander. I mean, too bad. Too bad. It's not the most huge experiment ever. But okay, so basically our orbiter and our lander is gonna reach Eve at the same time. So we need to find a way around that, and I mean we have almost 500 meters per second of delta V in our upper stage. And in fact, we could do, we could just release our lander while we're on this hyperbolic encounter, but we don't have to, because we could get ourselves into an elliptical orbit of Eve, and then, that also reduces the amount of heating on our lander, which is pretty important. So, okay, yeah, we'll do a short burn at Eve periapsis with this MVAC engine. And, yeah, okay, that's just 15 seconds long, which is very, very short. In fact, the G-forces will be pretty high, so I'm actually going to half the thrust limit. I don't think we're going to have any problems with G-forces, but, just in case. Hopefully the orbit doesn't mess up like it sometimes does. And okay, we're good. Alright. Approaching Eve. And wow, look at that. Isn't it just brilliant? There is a button next to the maneuvering node. Press it to get to the warp. Yeah, that's kind of what I just did. 1 meter per second off from running out of fuel in that MVAC stage. Oh. I mean, I'm literally just going to use up all the fuel I have remaining and ditch it. Like, it doesn't matter, this is not a specific orbit. It's just, yeah, going off of how much fuel I have left. We might actually be able to see Gilly, because we have distant object enhancement, so it might be visible. I think that's it there. Oh, that might be Moho, actually. Are Gilly and Moho in, like, similar places? No. Hang on. I get way too obsessed about this kind of stuff. I think that might be Gilly there. Yeah, considering how much it's moving. I didn't even know. Okay, so let's just do our burn. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's in slow motion because I'm yellow clocking. Alright, let's go. In fact, we should start getting some funds. Okay, that's very good. Yes, that's a lot of funds. Okay, we'll finally be able to launch rockets again. We are no longer on the edge of bankruptcy. Alright, I'm not going to bother throttling down because we're just going to burn until depletion. And there we go. Okay, alright, so... damn, I should have kind of saved a bit of fuel. To get myself onto a suborbital trajectory. But I guess I can use these engines. I don't think they're powerful enough to blow up my fairing, so... yeah. Go ahead and put that on the next stage. Okay. Let's go ahead and warp to apoapsis. Eve looking very nice there. I know, for some reason we're past apoapsis, but that's fine. Okay, so we're going to fire up those engines. And, orbit retrograde. Wow, this thing turns really slowly. Damn, these visuals are just great. Highly recommend Spectra if you're not using a visual pack. Or you can, there's other things out there, such as Astronomer's visual pack is a good one. Used to use that, but it runs really badly. Just subscribed. Thank you for subscribing, Anthony. Welcome to the, I don't know, don't really have a name for my subscribers, but welcome to the group of subscribers of the Oofle Spoofle YouTube channel. Alright, let's go ahead and fire up these engines. So we need our periapsis to go below 90 kilometers. In fact, we'll get it down to about 75. Something like that. Okay. And now we just need to separate our lander. So, okay, let's do our fairing first. Oh no. Time warp. Just let them glitch through. Time warp will fix anything. Look at that. Oh man. Okay, and now we need to... Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna decouple that stage. Okay, and then... And then decouple that. Okay, got it. So we now have 3, or I guess 2 separate crafts. Okay, so we're gonna grab. It's called EveSat Relay. I'm gonna rename it to just EveSat. And then we're gonna point prograde. Spoofle vs Cinematic Universe. Yes, it's perfect. All right, that's what we're called from now on. All right, so prograde, and then yeah, let's fire up our engines again. Raise our apoapsis. I mean periapsis. Same thing basically. No, goodbye. And okay, so this thing is just gonna chill in an elliptical orbit for now. And here is EveSat. I'm gonna rename it to EveLander. And actually set it as a lander. Okay. So now this thing is going to enter the atmosphere. Let me make sure that my fuel cell is running, because we don't want to be running out of power. Okay, so EveLander, where are we? Okay, so 3 hours and 40 minutes of electricity is not going to cut it, so we need to fire up that fuel cell, wherever it is. There it is. And there we go. This thing will survive for several days. But once we're on the surface, we will have ditched all of the stuff with, you know, the fuel cell and stuff. We will have ditched the shell. And we'll be running off of solar panels. And I'm just going to make sure that my... Okay, so this thing should only fire when it's safe. You downloaded about 50 SSDOs today. You know, what's not to love? You know, SSDOs are great. And hopefully, you know, we'll be starting to build a few on the series once we have the tech unlocked. But anyway, let's go ahead and time warp and enter the atmosphere. And here we go. Let's hope that the heat shield is enough. Oh boy, oh boy. We're already quite far into the atmosphere. Okay. Here it is. I have no clue where I'm going to be landing. So, yeah, we're just blindly going in. Let's show the trajectory. Okay, well, it's not going to tell me where I'm landing just yet. Here we go. Okay. Oh boy. Okay. There's going to be a lot of heating. I'm going to try and distribute it a bit more evenly by rotating it, but the fairing is getting really hot. Oh no. Okay, I think that's my... Okay, that's my tank. That was my oxygen tank. Oh, I think this is it. I think this is it. This thing has no oxygen, so... That means like... Oh no. No, dude. Well, we can't generate electricity. The bad thing is that, you know, if it was passively stable, then I could have just gone for a direct entry and I wouldn't. Oh no, well, what was that? That's my fuel cell. Okay. Oh, this is like, okay, well, think on the bright side, I'm gonna shut off everything that's not necessary. And then hopefully we'll just be able to preserve enough electric charge. Spin faster, it's too late. I don't think that would have helped. Ah, okay. Look, I don't think it's all over. It's not over yet. So, as you can see, the reaction wheels are being used less now. And that's like a... Okay, we've lost connection. We've just lost sight of... Yeah, we don't have a line of sight of Kerbin right now. Okay. We don't need direct connection. Alright, so we're going to turn off Smart ASS. Alright, let's see when... Okay. Connection, please. Okay. 3.5 hours of electric charge. Let's see what I can shut down. Where's my probe core? Okay, let's see what's using up electric charge. Comms and others. Okay, is there actually a way to shut off comms? So right now it's relaying off of EveSat. If I go ahead and show EveSat, it's not actually too far away. But okay, if I can, I don't know if it's possible to shut off comms, but if I can, that's actually going to save me electricity. Can I hibernate my probe? I don't know if that's available in Kerbalism. Maybe I could go to EveSat and turn... If I can turn off relaying on EveSat, that would mean this thing would not have connection. And then we would save electricity, maybe. What? Okay. So as you can see, we're losing 0.03 per second in others. I don't know what others is. And it's not going to tell me. I think all of my experiments are shut off. I'm not using my reaction wheels. I mean, I know that the probe has to use some electricity just to, you know, exist, basically. I mean, our next atmospheric entry is in 2.5 hours. So by then we'll have an hour left of electricity. Let's go ahead and show my trajectory. Our orbit won't have dropped too much. If I put my periapsis lower, this would not have been such a problem. Damn. I mean, it doesn't even make sense. I mean, it does make sense why my fuel cell and stuff was overheating, because they were not properly occluded. They were not fully inside the fairing, I'm guessing. I don't know what I can do. I don't think there's anything I can really shut off. Save power. Okay, Mech Jeb does not change anything. CommNet access. I don't know what this is. Is this... I didn't know this was a feature, but okay. This is not going to help me. Try heading to the satellite. Okay. We're going to try that. No thrusters. Yep, no thrusters. Okay, we're going to go to the satellite, and if I can turn off my relay antenna, you know, temporarily, that would be perfect. I could... would that work? Could I intentionally drain the electricity on EveSat? It's a stupid idea, but it might work. Whoa, it is. Okay, yeah, never mind. Relay. Look, I don't think there's anything I can do. I could try to shut off the electricity by just spinning it up. But I don't know. I don't think I can turn off my relay. Damn. Okay, I think we might just have to bite the bullet and go in with our... Can you, like... Can you stage with no electricity? I don't think you can. Oh well. I mean... Yeah, there's nothing I can do. We're just gonna try. And hopefully it works. You see, okay. Let's think about what would happen if we ran out of electricity. We have no reaction wheel control during atmospheric entry. And you know, you kind of need that because it's not stable in the backwards direction. So, you know, increased chance of overheating the fairings if that happens. Okay, and then say we survive that. I don't think you can stage with no electricity. So, like, we would probably just crash. Okay, and then best case scenario, the probe survives the crash. And we can extend the solar panel and get science. But that's kind of unlikely. It also depends where we land, but whatever. Let's just go in again. We only have an hour left of electricity. Okay, we've lost connection, but that's fine. We can still operate under these circumstances. I don't think there's anything I can do to induce more drag. Unless I put this thing side on. This is risky. That means potentially more heating. But I can have more drag by doing this. More drag means we're going to at least drop ourselves into a lower orbit. Okay, so we're going to have to really watch out for heating here. Let's have a 30-degree angle of attack. Okay, if things start getting hot, I'm going to rotate this 180 degrees. Right, you know, let's just go all in. Yo, this is gonna get really hot. Ditching the fairing is a bad idea. Okay. Let's flip this around. Oh boy, that's not what I wanted to do. That is not what I wanted to do. Okay. Well, I think we've dropped ourselves into a lower orbit than before. Should have thought of this earlier, because then that would have helped. Go trajectory. Okay, I think this angle of attack definitely helps. Bad news is, yeah, we are going to be out of electricity. Probably before we reach the next re-entry. And in the forwards direction, this thing is going to have a pretty low drag as well. It's pretty aerodynamic. Look at that, we have less than an hour left. Okay. We need a miracle if this is going to work. Seriously. You know, I believe in miracles. Let's give it a go. Oh no. No. Ah. This is it. No more electricity. Oh, I could ditch the fairing and just... Hang on, do I have the retractable kind of solar panel? No. Okay, that wouldn't work. If I had the retractable solar panel, I could, you know, retract it during entry. But, yeah, it was a good run. Hey, look, there is still a very, very slim chance. We need this to survive re-entry and then survive impact. It's not impossible. It's just very, very unlikely. But whatever, we're going to give it a go. We'll see what happens. So I think this thing's probably going to flip into a forwards direction. No, it seems to be stabilizing in a... Seems to be stabilizing around a backwards direction. Which is good. That's what we want. Because that's where our heat shield is. Alright. This is actually going to take a lot of passes. Highly improbable. I mean, it's worth a try. You know, it's not like you said, it's not over till it's over. Come on, can we get some I believes in the chat? Alright, here we go. I have no clue how many passes this will take, but at this point it doesn't even matter. Now, I believe that crashing into land will be better than landing in the ocean. Hardest things in KSP, Eve landing. I mean, honestly, you just kind of need a big heat shield, I know. But oh well. I guess that's the tricky part, is the heating. Asteroid landing, true. I believe I can fly. Well, trust me, this thing can fly. It's already demonstrated that. Alright, come on. Come on. I believe. Well, that's interesting. It's stabilizing at an... Is it just because I'm physics warping? No. So I think the offset is very... Yeah, the center of mass is very, very offset. So that's why it's coming in at an angle. It's kind of good for us because that has more drag. Alright, I think one more pass, then we'll be landing. Think about it every day and night. Wait a minute. Pause, champ. Alright, okay. So I think this will be the final pass. Will it succumb to the heatings of Eve's atmosphere? There's a chance this would work. It's, yeah. Like Daniel said, it's a slim chance, but it's a chance. You know, we're not giving up yet. Is that something I could have done? Oh, yeah, hindsight is 2020. I could have just turned off fuel flow from my batteries. Oh, I could have just done that and we would have been fine, I think. Crash at an angle and you're good. We'll see about that. I mean, would that battery thing would that have worked? Because, I mean, it's too late now. I'm out of electricity, but that might be a way to preserve charge for later. Whatever. I guess it's the moment of truth. Will it survive impact? Will it even survive entry? Because, you know, it's coming in at a pretty sharp angle. That's going to increase the heat. We're also out of ablator. So, yeah. Yeah, we are okay. I will be impressed if this doesn't burn up actually, because maybe try again. Well, I mean, I guess we can try another Eve landing mission, but we aren't doing a quick loading. I'm just gonna have to live with my mistakes, you know. Alright, we're actually coming down over the poles. I don't think I've been to Eve's poles. Alright, here we go. Max. Jesus, the G-forces are through the roof. Alright, we're getting a lot of heating. But I think actually that's my hydrogen tank, which I don't even need anyway. I don't have any oxygen to complement it. Okay, here we go. Of course, on Eve, terminal velocities are very low. So, I mean, there's a sliver of hope. Oh, what? I had completely forgot about that. Okay, chat. We've been blessed. I left, so basically, when I staged, I accidentally activated my parachute. And it's come in and saved the day. Oh my god. No way. That's like the luckiest misclick of my life. Yes. Yes. Oh my. Chat, it's actually happening. Hang on, I'm just gonna quick save in case there's a Kraken attack, but... Oh my. Saved by the accidental staging. Dude, whoever told me to check my staging told me wrong. Never check your staging, chat. GG. Oh, wow. Alright, we're landing in the dark. But, are we coming in over land or ocean? I think this is land. I mean, it's poles biome, but the terrain seems to be quite a low elevation. We'll see. Okay. Wow, we are lucky. And don't ask how the shoot's going through the ferry. That SMH Scott Manley did us dirty. Wow, dude. Look at those aurorae. Is that the plural for aurora? Aurorae? Am I saying that right? Doesn't matter because we are landing. We are actually doing it. Alright, this may take a while. But that's I'm very okay with that. Scott Manley is shaking and crying right now. Alright, here we go. Here's the cloud layer. Perseverance in KSP be like. You're gonna get funds for landing a craft on Eve, at the least, yeah. I mean, I'm sure I can make this work. I might just have to, you know, deploy my solar panel through the fairing. And it will look silly. And, you know, I might destroy my solar panel when I deploy the fairing, but... I'll find a way. Alright. I think this is ocean right here. Which, I mean, it's fine. This thing, it's not like this is a rover, so... Yeah. Oh my god, I can't believe that we somehow got saved. I don't know if you... Yeah, I can't stage with no batteries. Actually, you know what? Let me try staging. Yeah, nothing. Yeah, okay. So yeah, we will have to extend that solar panel before we can stage, which is considering this thing can't be retracted, we just have to hope that deploying the fairings doesn't break it. It's landing at least. Yeah. Sad stage noises. Parachute go brrr. Yes, the glorious parachute. It saved the day. Alright. Literally pitch black. I can't see anything. But I think this is ocean. Alright, we should have a fully open chute. There we go. Now it's gonna start going even slower because oh, I guess we have an open chute. We are going very, very slowly. Alright, hang on. I have better time warp. I'm just gonna go faster. Let's see. Advanced. Create. Physics warp. 2, 4. We'll go at 8 times speed. Name. Fast. Physics. Save. Let's select that. Let's quick save. In case this causes a Kraken attack. Oh, wow. Okay, that's interesting. just ignore the glitching parachute. Turn on the vacuum ambient lighting on Planet Shine if you want to see it. Okay, that's actually a good idea. Intensity. Does that like not do anything? Reset that. Is that the one I want? Not really. Still can't. Okay, yeah, this is ocean. I think there's a bit of land there. And a bit there. Patience intensifies. I normally have that on 0.3 actually. Okay. Yeah, that's not gonna do anything. Alright, whatever. Let's just get to the surface. Oh. Oh, Jesus. That was not part of the script. Can't lie. Okay, chat. I mean, this is why I make quick saves, okay? Oh, the Kraken got us. I should have just set off for 4 times time warp. Alright, it'd be like that sometimes. Yeah, let's just be patient and use 4 times time warp. It's gonna take a long time. But... First Kraken attack of the series. Oh boy. If this thing could reload, that would be great. Whoa, why? Okay, why are we falling so? Excuse me? Oh no, are we screwed? I don't like the look of this. This is bad. Okay, hang on. Okay, I'm gonna pause the game quickly. And I don't even know, dude. Okay, so what I might try to do is use set position and just get myself into the same place. And then because that will have physics easing, hopefully. Yeah. Okay, don't speed up. Okay, yeah, it's doing the same thing. All right, so okay, so where is it? Cheats. Set position. Okay, so I think it already has my current location. So I'm gonna set my altitude actually a bit lower, so we won't have to time warp as much. And this is not cheating. This is just avoiding a Kraken attack. There we go. fact, let me just put this altitude to like 50, so we don't have to wait. Stop. There we go. Chat, we saved it. Alright. That is the only time we're going to be using cheats, you know, to avoid Kraken attacks. Alright, here we go. We're about to touch down. We've done it. We did it. We had to get past the loss of electricity and a couple Kraken attacks, but we did it. We landed on Eve, and oh boy, it is really splashing about. But it doesn't matter. We are now splashed down. Alright, I'm gonna need you to like stop rotating for 2 seconds. And let's just time warp. Okay. Oh my god. Just let me make it. Okay. Oh my god, this is pain. This is actually painful. Stop splashing about. Hang on. I think that's to do with Scatterer. So I'm gonna... Can I stop this from happening? Ocean settings. I mean... Jeez. I mean, is there just a box I can take to turn this off? I think this is just all visual settings. Come on. Okay, here we go. Wave's physical model settings. The wave amplitude, if I just go ahead and set it to 0. Because in general, it's just an annoying feature. I fixed it. I don't know. It feels less bouncy. But let's see. It only wants to let me physical time warp. Oh Jesus. Okay, this is a... Oh jeez. What am I doing? What am I doing? Please just stop. So if I turn that just to 0. Turn this to 0 maybe. I mean, that's not much of an improvement. This is silly, dude. Time warp. I mean, if I'm moving, it just... Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, let's wait for sunrise. Okay. Here we go. Okay, we're gonna need that solar panel. If I can select it, please. Oh, I can't extend it because I don't have battery power. Oh, well. Okay, well. Yeah. I don't think there's anything we can do. We can't get power. And, yeah. This is a lost cause. Can't even extend the solar panels with no power. I mean, what did I expect, really? F's in chat. We're not going to get any science data from this, but, I mean, we got the bread. We did get some good funds, so... Add RTGs next time. I actually don't have them unlocked. I added a fuel cell to the descent stage, but it blew up. And yeah. Yep, F's in chat. Oh man, we were so close. Yeah, RCGs are in game. All right, let's just go to EveSat, and if this thing could like stop moving, so I can. It's really going wild. Wow. Stop moving, please. Okay. If I go to the carburism menu, it might let me. There we go. And yeah, it's just not gonna let me. We'll just go to the tracking station. All right. What we can do is get EveSat into a low orbit, or at least a good orbit for ScanSat operations. Man, all I had to do was clip or like offset my my gas tanks and the fuel cell a bit further into the shell, and they would not have blown up. Alright, EveSat. Okay, so I think I need to move this into a 150 by 150 kilometer orbit. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just wait for it to get all of the science experiments. Because, you know. Okay, so this took me a lot longer to do. So we might not be able to do the Mun mission in today's stream, but that's fine. I'll probably stream tomorrow, or if I can manage that. But anyway, we'll see what we can do. Oh, let's at least just make sure we have all of our science experiments going. I'll just put us in kill rotation. Okay, so beep needs to be in space low, actually. I think both of these do. Info. Okay, so that needs to be below 200 kilometers, and this wait, what? Let me look at this on the ScanSat science profile. Okay, so that needs to be space low as well. So at least we have them running. Okay, so telemetry report, we'll have that running. Light is running. We have some experiments on here, so sight and might. They have very creative names. And then we'll grab our thermometer. And our radiation scan is also waiting. Okay. I think that's pretty much everything. So, I just want to see like which ones will be running if I get to space low. Oh, Magnopsis Boom. That is a important experiment. Let's go ahead and extend that. And actually, let's take a look at the magnetic field of Eve. So, press B to open the carburism menu, for those who didn't know. And, let's see. Okay, so this thing doesn't actually have any radiation belts. Only a magnetopause, which... Okay, I mean, that's interesting. Yeah, so there's not a whole lot of situations to get magnetometer data from Eve. Okay. I mean, we can still get science. Like, look, we're in, what are we now? Eve Space High Global. And we can also get solar storm data, which I think we already have gotten. But anyway. So I guess because, ooh, does anyone know what the space low, space high border is for Eve? Because if we're putting this into a 150-kilometer orbit, I don't know if that's space low. I mean, yeah, no, that is that's definitely going to be space low. I don't even know why I'm asking. But let's see which ones are running. Okay, so we have beep. And yeah, okay. Well, the good thing is that we have a lot of delta V, so we can basically maneuver this. I mean, almost wherever we want in the, in Eve's orbit. Oh, it's just gone out of range of carbon. But yeah, we can take this a lot of places. Once it's done the ScanSat, I guess we move it into a... Actually, no, because it will be in low orbit. So yeah, I think we're just going to leave this in... I'm not actually sure what I'm going to do, but I think I'm going to keep it in this high orbit until we've gotten, some experiments. Or like what we can, and then we're going to move it into a high orbit, like as low as a high orbit as you can get. Make sure we get all of the MITE data, which is biome specific. And then we're going to move it into a low orbit to do our ScanSat and other stuff. And, other space low experiments. Let's see. Where is the space low, space high border? Probably about 300 or 350, I'm guessing. Okay, it's 400. So yeah, bear that in mind. Okay, well, I'd say this mission was a partial success. We got it to Eve, and we're collecting science data. We have loads of delta V. As for the Eve lander, that didn't quite go so well. Shame. We just got unlucky with overheating and stuff, and yeah. So, no science from that, but we did actually get the milestone of landing on Eve, so that's actually pretty huge. How about extending the mission life to go to Gilly? That's a nice idea, but I mean, at the moment we're not in a very good position to get to Eve. As you can see, I guess our argument of periapsis is just in a bad place. If our orbit was a bit, if that apoapsis was a bit further south, then we could probably get to Gilly a lot more easily. But I mean, it's a nice idea, and I will just have to, off stream, I'm gonna think about how much delta V we have, how much we need, and if we can get to Gilly, then that's gonna be very helpful. To be honest, we could. I'm not even kidding. We could probably land this thing on Gilly. But like even just getting a flyby of Gilly, because I mean, yeah, it will probably just be a flyby because remember that it takes 400 meters per second to circularize if you're coming from low. If you're coming from a eccentric orbit. And then another 400 to get your periapsis back down. So we're not gonna orbit Gilly. Definitely not gonna land on it actually. But it's a good idea, and it's if we have the extra delta V, then it's definitely something I want to do. But anyway, guys, that's gonna do it for the stream. So thanks everyone for tuning in. If you're not subscribed, then I'm going to be doing more streams like this. I'm also uploading videos on this series, as well as, the occasional stock video, as in stock KSP. If you're not in my Discord, there is a link to that in the description. Go ahead and join if you want to, I guess, chat with people who are also into KSP. Currently trying to grow the Discord. But anyway, yeah. stream tomorrow, probably. We'll see. But yeah. Anyway, thanks everyone for joining, and I'll see you in the next stream. And have a great rest of your day.